South Africa's telecommunication sector has been acknowledged as pivotal in realising economic growth. Part of government's economic recovery plan involves the speeding up and auctioning off the spectrum to licence holders by early next year. Joining us now is Abi Mazibuko, the CEO of AJ Technologies. Abi, good evening to you. There's been so much talk about releasing spectrum, about getting cheaper data. We've had data must fall for really quite a long time. Do you believe it's finally actually going to happen?
Well, it is, with the way tech is taking over the entire industry at the moment, I believe it's going to get there. And with a lot of people, and especially celebrities behind the movement recently, it's eventually going to get there, And we just have to keep our hopes up high. That's what I can say at the moment.
It's a very technically difficult thing to do. I mean, part of the problem is that digital television is still analog and still broadcast on those spectrums. Until we actually have digital terrestrial television, the spectrum is not going to be released. It's a difficult legal process at the same time.
That is true. But the more you find younger tech companies growing up, such as AJ Telecoms or AJ Technologies, the more we'll see those spectrums being released, or the more we'll see ICASA being forced to eventually release them, because there has to be more players in the field. It cannot always be one player or two players, you understand?
There are various sort of dynamics here. I mean, there's the spectrum, but there's also just cell phones. The price, of course, of a cell phone, of a reliable cell phone, has dropped dramatically. We're making them here more and more. Are people buying South Africans stamped proudly made in the RSA?
Well, so basically what we have done, we have launched AJ Mobile, which is an amazing smartphone with that 7 different brands within the AJ Mobile family. And our phones are quite how can I put it? They've got more demand in the African market. We've got a very great footprint in Tanzania and Mozambique as we speak right now. Huge demand there. In South Africa, yes, our family still loves your iPhones, your Samsungs. But however, the phones that we offer, they still have great specs, that can compete with the big boys out there. So I think it's more knowledge. We just need to teach our South African family to be more knowledgeable. That it's not all about the brand, it's about the specs at the end of the day, because if you follow the brand, you will hurt your pocket eventually. So just get a smartphone that is good for you, that will do what you need it to do for you. Doesn't matter where it was manufactured at the end of the day.
I mean, I'd say there are probably 2 big things that are important to the cell phone. The first is price. The second is reliability. And then, just speaking personally, the thing that's the most important is battery life, AB, battery life. Are you finding...
I cannot disagree with you any further there. Like, for example, the phones that we offer at the moment, they've got 4,500 milliamps battery life, which is amazing. Before I started using my very own product, I was using the other guys. I'll not mention brands. But then it's gotten to a point whereby the other guys, the battery would be dead by 2 p.m. and the AJ Mobile battery by 6 p.m. it's still running, And the amazing part about it is that it's my brand, and I smile using it. And there's no better feeling out there than you using your own product. And we've done a couple of sales out there, and everyone else that has used the AJ Mobile brand, they're quite happy. Especially as I've mentioned in the African market, we are still trying to have a great footprint within the South African borders, it being a 100% South African product. I must say it's a bit difficult for it to actually have footprint within the South African borders, but Africa has responded quite well. And if you look behind our device, you'll notice there our slogan is designed in Africa for Africa with the AJ Mobile logo there. So it is not just a South African product, it is an African product, but birthed right here in South Africa.
Abi Mazibuko, thanks very much indeed. Good luck. I'm sure we'll be talking to you again, the CEO of AJ Technologies.